Hello guys, and today I want to do a special video, right? I don't always talk about Thunderdome Arena, and it's mainly because right now it's a little bit hard to figure out what kind of video I should upload and anything regarding Arena, but, I wanted to give you some information or some knowledge about that, or just share what I think about it. And I want to do with you basically, some tips and tricks to draft in Arena. So, let's see. Let's play Nuwa because their leader ability is really unique. Because, if you're going to play Zeus, then you really want to get these gods that obvious. And Odin, well, it's a little more, you want to go more on the aggressive side of things. But with Nuwa, you have a bunch of different options. So, right, see, so here's the thing. We do have spells and we do have units, right? And in which case, most of the time, units would always be better than spells unless spells are removal. And you want to see how useful the spell would be. So Arcane Conduit here, it's probably the best play here. Why? The best pick, should I say? Why? Because you will always play a spell since you're Nuwa, so your opponent will mostly play minion, like I just said. And if there's something around your stone that is not range, well, Arcane Conduit will really help you out. Play Soldier is really awful minion right now. It's kind of a removal, but on a 2-turn, and with positioning, it's really hard. Kind of good defensively, though, if you already have something in board. And Nisha is just a really bad minion for 3 mana. Like, let's face it. So let's go with the Arcane Conduit. Yeah, okay. So here what we have now. We have a Nugwe, a Namkham Warrior, and a Baboon. Now, if I'm just looking at these cards, right? The best card is the Baboon right now. Because Guard is really powerful. And we have decent stats. It's a 6 mana though, and having high mana cost, it's not really what you want. Uguay though is a good 4-drop. Namco Warrior, since if we were to be playing Odin, Namco Warrior would have been really good synergy, but right now there's not much synergy, and protecting the Summoning Stone, Arcane Conduit already does that. So I'm really in between Baboon or Uguay. But since there are not much big cards in the game and there's much more 4-drops, I think I'm going to go and pick the Baboon. Now here we have, really, I don't know, that should be common because it doesn't seem like in the good place, but Imperial Guard is a good 3-drop, and we will always have a spell with Nuwa, right? So that's for sure a really good pick. And Chao Feng is immune to melee, which in most of the cases, we're going to be playing against melee. Now, Chao Fangs demand an immediate answer, while Imperial Wall can be taken down by any other range units. Not range, but yes, range, but I mean, melee units. Just because the immune is such a big tag, I'll go with the Chao Feng instead of the Imperial Guard. Now, Contemplation here, completely useless. Goldoon Guardian doesn't have any synergy with what we have, but Hebois is not the biggest thing, right? But if we're going to go more with a late game, Hebois could help us go there, but it's not that good of a card in Arena, though. But the other choice is not that good. So let's go with Hebois. Now here we have Soldiers, but most of the time on the first turn we'll make a Crescent Blade since we have no good drop, 2 good drops right now. Projection is good if we have a high attack, but we're only at 3, potentially later, but maybe I'll never get that big card, so projection will be really bad. And here's the time to pick up the Imperial Guard, since it has a lot of synergy with the Pantheon. Now we have Suku, which doesn't really synergize. I mean, we have 2 beasts. So it could be Chao Feng into Suku, or Brontus Spartan. Wow, none of these are really good. I mean, we only have 1 god right now to go with the Brontus, which is not really good. Spartan is really defensive, and we already have Baboon and Arcane Conduit. So, we're going to pick the Baboon, and we're going to try and pick as much beast as possible now. So, talking about these beasts, we have the Ahina, in which case it could be fairly decent with all the curves that we have. Zonkui could be a card, but now, Charged Behemoth, if we were playing Odin, okay, but that's really not a choice right now. Bad stats. So, We're fighting a 2/4 god for 2/2 hyena, and most of the time I think I'll go do Crescent Blaze. Not always, and hyena could be good here. But the Zonkui is really something because its range, it's so powerful, right? So I'm just going to pick the Zonkui. Now here we have Evolve, part of Warrior and Fury. Now, like I said, since this deck it's really seems to go into more of a late game kind of style, I'm going to pick the Fury. But there's only 2/4 drop. Yeah, let's just pick the Fury. And here we have like Imperial Guard, White Tiger, Jade Bond. Jade Bond's not gonna be there. Imperial Guard could be something good, but we already have so many stuff at 3. I mean, playing the Arcane Conduit on turn 3 is probably the best thing you could do in the game. So that's really good drop. So is the Hebois if your opponent already dropped something, and your Imperial Guard. So the White Tiger is really something that I'm looking forward to, especially with the synergy with Suku and everything else in the deck right now. So again, Kari Behemoths is really bad, and with Nuwa, Neja is not really what we're looking for. And Argus, no, Argus has the same stat as Neja, but Neja, if you play a spell, you hit 2 additional times. But Argus, just because its range has so much value than Neja, because then you have to play a spell. And if Neja is defending or counter-attacking, it will not get that extra damage. And if it gets shut down by range units, it will not do nothing. So Argus is going to be the way I go, and at least I'm going to have 2 gods, but that's not really what you're looking for. So Calamity is a spell, but there's nothing except 1 Imperial Guard that goes with a spell, and Spartan is really defensive, and like we said, we already have a bunch of good defensive stuff. And just with the stat line, it's not really what you're looking for, especially for a 4-drop. So the Imperial Guard will it be, which is a really good card also. Again, Nija's not really what we're looking for, and Gladiator could be an interesting option, especially that new leader ability is really, really good. Siphon Mine, I would have picked this card, honestly, if the deck that I was drafting was much more earlier. But since we're leaning more toward a late game, I'm going to commit to that, and I'm going to pick the Gladiator. Now, here are really, really weird stuff, right? The Caldier will never get buffed by the Scotty, so that's really awful. Jade Bond, I just cannot think. I mean, maybe on a Hebois or the Argus, but except that, mainly want to put that on range stuff. And the Fury, now we're starting to have really big drops in the high curve, but Fury really goes well with Suku and with just with Suku. So I'm gonna pick Fury, but we're starting to getting way too much high drops there. So with the deck that we have, it's safe to assume that Hyena is going to be a really good card. And now, Pummel is a spell again, but does it achieve? It could be good, but having the second Suku with so many beasts in the deck, that is so much synergy. I'm not going to pass on that, so I'm just going to pick the Suku. And, early beast seems to be the way to go, since we're going to be having a beast on each of our drops except the third one. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I want to left out the, spells with the Imperial Guard and go more with a buffing Hyena. So I'm probably going to pick the Hyena, since we already have a lot of high drops for Beastas. And Gladiator, it's an okay, 4 mana for 4 is okay, leader ability reduction is nice, but it's not game breaking. So I'm going to pick the Hyena again. And here's interesting thing. Celestial Quard is, immune, makes it survive, but Rushing Thunder is actually dealing damage to the whole board, and because we already have so much boon, having removal is really important. So I would love to have something bigger than Rushing Thunder, but Rushing Thunder is going to be the only thing I got. And talking about removal, you can see the Manifold Blare is going to be ridiculously good with how much beast we have in this deck. Armored Behemoth, 5-drop, we already have 2 of them. It's not a big loss if we don't pick him. And then White Tiger, we already have 3 2-drops, so we're going to go with the Manifold Blade because it's a removal. And here, we're starting to get really a good mid-range deck. We were playing for late game, and now we're kind of going mid-rangey. And is there something that I will bounce back to my hand and replay? And I'm gonna say yes. The Sukus are good to do that. The Zangui to get an extra demon bag can do that. And yeah, these are, or even the baboons sometimes, I can just bounce them in my hand. Because Imperial Soldier and Armored Behemoth are not really what I'm looking for in this deck, so I'm going to go with the Recall. So, these are three really bad choices right now. Carrier Behemoth is not really the strategy we're going for. Clay Soldiers is like, uh, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about Clay Soldiers right now, but the Decrepit Bowman is a range unit. It's not the worst one, so I guess I'll play that. Oh my god. So Chaos Spawn is a really, 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 really good card. Head-wise, tempoing out your opponent. But the Basilisk here. But I don't think, we can really win because we can really get too much value of the Basilisk, especially if they have some really good spells, ability cards. So the Chaos Spawn here is really good to control the board state. So we have to go with him. Now we already have a Rushing Thunder. I mean, I don't think Rushing Thunder is going to be that useful. Having one is important sometimes you're being in rush and you really need one. At least you have one in your deck. But going into the 4-drop, we have 3 4-drops. Oogway is a beast again. It's going to be really powerful. So I'm going to go with the Oogway. You could argue Rushing Thunder is also a good pick here. And talking about that, Gallus gives immune to my friendly from enemy spells. It's not really what you're looking for. Fangway is 5. We already have 2 Sukus in there. And we can always play a 3-drop and make a Crescent Blade also, like Imperial Guard Crescent Blade instead of 5. So keep that in mind sometimes. That's something good you can do with Nuwa or Odin, even at Wash. So I'm gonna go with the Rushing Thunder. And now we're going to have Spirit Up, Recall, and Basilisk. And just because of the 2 Sukus and the amount of beast I have, I'm going to go with the Basilisk. Now, for last card, we have Sacred Warrior, Soldier, and Stone Guardian. And this deck has so much beast in it. I'm just going to pick the Stone Guardian. This is going to be unbelievable. Sacred Warrior, we're not really going to heal. Yeah, there's nothing to be healed. And Soldier could be good, honestly, with so much kind of early aggression. Could be really good. But the Stone Guardian can really give us control, especially if we have the how you call it? Where is it? The Arcane Conduit, yeah, protecting him. So let's pick him. So we didn't really get any I believe we didn't get any single legendary or epic card, right? So we're having an okay deck, but I mean with rarities, but I must say I think this deck's gonna be really powerful. I would have loved to have more Manifold Blades, but I draft with what was coming for, and that's what you really want to look like. Not only the best individual cards, but sometimes because you have something in your deck, you really want to synergize the cards together. So not only you're going to play a good card, but because it has a synergy with another card, it's going to be an excellent card, even though it's not a legendary or an epic. And this is really what's going to make you win or lose in Arena. If your deck then has any synergy, then maybe your opponent is gonna have better cards, or maybe his synergy is gonna be so strong that you're not gonna have enough resources to keep the battle. So, yeah, except like the Decrepit Bowman, the Argus, these doesn't really fit into the deck, but the rest of the deck, if I remember right, Zonkui is a little bit weird, but gives you removal at least, so I like him. But yeah, we're having a decent deck, so let's just play one game and see how well it goes. Or how bad it goes. It could be really bad. So we got the baboon. That's way too late. We got a decent curve here. I have the mana potion, so I'm going to use the mana potion. Wait a second, because if I put that, yeah, that's going to put me in a weird spot. If he opens Apollo, that's my biggest concern, because then. If he opens Apollo, means he plays nothing, I play Imperial Guard. Then he plays Apollo, I advance, he buffs it, and kill my Imperial Guard. which is not really what I want. So I'm gonna go and reroll the decrypted bone. Okay, so I've got the Ebois. That's gonna really be a good counter to the Apollo. So it's going to be White Tiger. I'm going to answer with my own White Tiger at this point. I'll just put it in the back. White Tiger's gonna have one more health, of course. So let's okay. Lives there, Apollo. That's annoying. So you have another early beast? Don't. I mean, we're gonna kill the Apollo. It's just way too big of a threat. Unfortunately. There you go. I don't know it was the best play, but at least it's something I had to do. On this next turn, if he makes the attack, you know. Ooh, okay. Well, there's a White Tiger in there. It's a little bit sad, but you know, we'll make it happen. I'll just go with a demon bag. Yeah. Safe, out of range of the tiger. In the most cases, I can always go with a recall, Hebwaing the White Tiger. It's just a shame I lost mine because I could have, you know, played the Suku with charge, but that didn't happen. So going to retreat. Would have guessed so. Okay. If I can get a beast, that will be amazing. Or a Storm Guardian. Storm Guardian would be cool. Wow. That is really surprising. Okay. Well, probably not going to go so well after all that. Well, I have to commit here. Like, I have no choice. Well, we have to go all in. That is so sad. Okay. Play the Habois. We have to take the tempo advantage here. I mean, the placement, I just want him to use the Kraken here. I have no other options. So, that's good. If he advances, makes the trade. At least I just want him to waste his mana. So, it's going to be really unfortunate, but it has to happen like that. So what will it be? Interesting. Yeah, at least it's going to die to the Rushing Thunder. Oh, that's really puts me in a weird spot. Demon Bag just does literally nothing. Okay. Okay, at least Demon Bag is going to be giving me a spell, which is going to boost the Imperial Guard, which is, you know, something cool. The bad thing is that we have Suku's and my White Tiger died early. Oh, that's dying to a Kraken. Oh, that's unfortunate. Go with the beast there and hope it survives. Probably will not survive, but you know. Having a Kraken that early in the game, usually it's not that good, but playing in arena, having that 2 damage each turn is really powerful. Oh, if he has an Athena, okay. Been a little bit worse with Athena though. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see. So My Suku. Go and attack there. And I can kill this. That. So, see how it goes. Kraken? Kraken's just such a good removal each turn. Gets any other really good card. Oh, that's interesting. Gonna Kraken that. Okay, so that leaves the board empty. Which is kind of good for me. Oh, there you go. Let's go. I mean, he's gonna have to Kraken here. At least it's going to waste some of his mana. Oh, and I kind of like no, I can't really kill the Argus. Oh, he has a Thanatos or something. He has a Judgment. He has something. I can't believe he has nothing. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, okay, let's see. Can maybe grind him. That is a little bit unfortunate.
Let's not call attention to ourselves.
Gotta hope that he doesn't have any more gods. Wait, I can take the damage, can I? No, I can't. Reason is because I want to play my Argus. Demon God, that doesn't even do a damage. Ah! And my ability deals 1 damage. His ability deals 2 damage in 4 squares. No! Oh, and an Apollo. He gets the draw. Yeah, I lost this one. Like, everything that has spawn will be damaged, so at this point, it's not much I can do. There's really not much I can do. I mean, really sad though. Like, my really going to change something? I mean, I have to kill this one so he stopped drawing more cards. Or I could have actually left it. Maybe he would have died from drawing, but I wouldn't have not been able to deal whatever he summons. You know, I have a Zhonghui and Hebwa. I already played my 2 gods, so Argus is not having like 0 value right here. Yeah, I mean, guess. I guess. I don't know if he. It's just I'm getting zoned really hard by the Kraken, which is really sad to see. But you know, it shows you that sometimes in an arena, you have to get lucky. Wait, that is actually really awkward. I'm surprised, but you know. Oh, okay. Well, glad he did that. Let's see. I obviously want to kill that. Then I guess we'll silencing the Apollo. But we're just dying so fast. Kraken is just a good clock. If he would have not Kraken me, like, did what? 10 damage with the Kraken? Would not Kraken me like that. I would actually be healthy to survive. Hey, Chao Fang, my man. I'm going to die to the Kraken. Well, Kraken's attacks here hit me for 5, I'm dead. You can do it. Yeah. Well, I got bopped by the Kraken, but I hope that at least it gives you a good idea of drafting in arena. And I just wanted to put a game for fun for you guys. So, sometimes I don't always upload with gameplay, but I like to upload some of the gameplay. So I hope that you enjoyed, guys. I hope that you learned a lot. Let me think what you know about drafting, if I missed something or not. And yeah, really really fun. Unfortunately it was a loss, but what could I do against that Kraken? I had pretty much control a lot of times on the board, but the Kraken just keep coming back and just keep evening the board for him. So that's unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal. That these are why they're legendary cards, because they really swing the balance of the game. So uh regardless of that, if you enjoy it or if you want to see more of these videos, just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to also subscribe and like. It really helps me out. And if you want to share the video to, get give the people the word that, this game exists, because there's still a lot of people who doesn't even know that the Hands of the Gods exist. So share it. And yeah, thank you all guys for supporting me, and I'll see you in the next video.